up YouTube? I'm back with another video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Charissa Bacon. I'm a social media manager and coach, and I'm also the founder and co-owner of Vine and Branch Media. In today's video, it's going to be a little bit different than what I've been uploading recently, just because I just wanted to sit down and chit chat with you guys. I really wanted to get on here and film a video. Today's Friday, it's my filming day, but I don't know if you can hear from my voice, but I'm actually pretty sick. I got tested and thank God I'm negative because I'm gonna be traveling tomorrow for the holidays. But I really wanted to film a video today just so I can get something up for you guys. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about 10 productivity tips for working from home. Just have my tea here just to help my throat a little bit. And this video should be pretty quick. I'm gonna try not to ramble a lot, but it is gonna be more of just like a chit chat video. Now my glass is getting foggy. Okay, I'm not even gonna wear these because I can't drink tea and then have like fogged up glasses. Okay, so my first tip is having a morning routine and scheduling in activities that make you feel ready for the day, and just having a structured start to your day. I think making sure that you're starting off on the right foot and getting off to a good start is really important. And I think the way you feel and your attitude really shapes the way that you perform throughout the day. And so for me, I love to have a routine. I love to have structure, and I'm just a very routine person. For me, a really big part of starting my day off right is spending time in the Word of God, reading my devotionals, spending time in worship, and just praying to God and having dialogue and conversation with Him, praying for myself, praying for others. Starting off my day that way really helps me to stay grounded. And I just feel a lot better moving throughout my day if that's the way I start my day. Otherwise, I feel a little bit scattered, and sometimes I feel like the devil will try me. The devil tries me every day, whether I spend time with God or not, but I also just feel more at peace when I do. I also walk my dog every morning. I feed my dog. I make my green tea. Like, I just have a routine. I have a structure and an order to things that I have to do every single day. I work out. I walk on the treadmill for 1 hour. I go for exactly 4 miles. And then I do my body weight workout. I come back and I shower. I get ready. And then I start my to-do list for the day. So I have a very structured and organized routine that I do every single day. Being sick obviously threw off my routine a lot. But sticking to a structured routine, especially on your ordinary work days, is really going to help you with your productivity and the way that you show up to work. My second tip is to have a set work environment. If you work from home, I don't recommend that you work from your bed. This is something that I sometimes do, and I find that my productivity is affected by this. If you work at a desk, if you have like a little nook in your kitchen or wherever you work, make sure that's like the place that you designate for work, if that makes sense. So I personally wouldn't recommend working in your kitchen either, because for me it would make me want to just eat all day long. Maybe for you it's a co-working space. That's personally what I do. In my building there's a couple floors that have co-working offices, and then there's also a co-working lounge, and a lot of times I just like to set up my laptop and start my work day there. Just having a designated space for work where you know you can be productive and you know you can get stuff done, and you know that once you get there it's go time and it's time to be focused. I think that's really important. My third tip is to take breaks. For me, what that looks like is I make sure that I give myself a lunch break every single day. If I'm working from the co-working lounge, I'll come up to my room around noon or 1 o'clock or 2. I don't have an exact time for every single day just because my work hours do vary depending on what day it is. But I always make sure that I do take a break for about 45 minutes to an hour. I do make sure that I take some time to eat. I just rest, take some time to myself and chill, take a beat for a second, and then get back to work when I'm ready. I feel like doing this really helps me to avoid burnout. If I just tried to go hard all day long nonstop, I think I would probably be done by 5 p.m. and I'd be like, nope, can't do it anymore. I'm done, I'm exhausted. But when I do take that break, it really helps me to reset. And then when I go back to work, I'm focused and I'm ready to tackle whatever I need to do for the rest of the day. My next tip, and my number one tip, is to write a to-do list. I am an absolute to-do list freak. Like, I have my planner right here, and if I show you, like, it's not organized whatsoever. So I'm an advocate of Google Calendar and all that, and obviously have all your events and your meetings scheduled out in your calendar. But when it comes to like little daily tasks, like, oh, call this person back, text this person back, remind this person to pay their invoice, whatever, like little reminders. I don't know if you can see this, but I Okay, this doesn't even look that crazy, but if I show you last week, and because I have to cross everything off once it's done, so it looks really all over the place. Like, just the little tiny things, like I put do the dishes, even personal tasks that have nothing to do with work, just reminders and like little memos. I like to add to my to-do list just because it helps me. Okay, speaking of to-do list, this goes really well into my next one, which is to prioritize your tasks and don't create an unrealistic to-do list. Basically, don't do what I do. I create a to-do list the size of literally Mount Everest, and then it's just unrealistic, and I'm not able to complete everything in one day, and then I get stressed out and I beat myself up when I'm not able to complete everything, when literally nobody on this planet could accomplish all of that in one day. So I really encourage you to not be like me and to set like 4 or 5 things, solid things that you need to accomplish that day, and then everything else, if you're able to do more, great, that's awesome. Like, under promise and over deliver to yourself, and that way you can celebrate that you were super productive that day, instead of creating a super long unrealistic to-do list and then you're not able to accomplish everything and then you're sitting here beating yourself up about it. Those things can roll over into the next day. Just create 4 or 5 things that you really need to get done today instead of a to-do list of a million things long. And then also do the worst tasks first, like the things that you really are dreading and you don't want to do. Put those on the front end of your day. Do those first thing in your work day when you really don't want to do them, but once you knock them out, they're done, they're over with, and then everything else is smooth sailing for the rest of the day. I'm really bad at doing that. I typically like to do the tasks that are easy and that I actually want to do in the beginning of the day, and then I'm like dreading and I'm procrastinating and I keep putting it off and I keep putting it off, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just do it tomorrow, and the next thing I know it's Friday, and then Friday sucks and I have to do it. When in reality, Friday is supposed to be my CEO day, and I need to enjoy my day and spend time just focused in doing the work that I need to do for myself, which I'll talk about CEO days in a second. Oh yay, my next one is have a CEO day. So a CEO day is basically just a day that you take to yourself, where you can have organized, focused work around your personal brand, around your business, and lead generation, or whatever it is that you need to do. This is a day that I don't take any calls. My calendar is not open at all on Fridays. For me, my CEO days is full of batching reels and filming videos, so it's like kind of a media or filming day. So for a lot of people on their CEO day, they are like, no meetings, no makeup, no nothing. I'm just gonna chill and take care of what I need to do. For me, on my CEO days, I do like to do my makeup because it's my filming day. But these are days where I work on my content for my personal brand. I work on lead generation content. I work on batching reels. I work on filming videos. I work on editing videos. And it's just real focused work where I don't have to worry about being interrupted by meetings. I don't have to worry about communicating with clients. It's just a day that I'm completely unreachable. So I definitely recommend that you take a CEO day so that you can have focused work on whatever it is that you really need to do. And then you could, condense your meetings into like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the rest of the week you can focus on whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, my next tip is actually to have meeting days. So I kind of just talked about this, but when you have meeting days, like I said, you're condensing your meetings into the front end of your week or whatever days that you choose to have your meetings. Maybe Wednesday is your meeting day where you have your calendar fully available for people to book meetings. For me, Thursdays and Fridays are completely blocked off, so people are unable to book on Thursdays and Fridays. You can do this in Honeybook or Calendly or Dubsado or whatever calendar that you use. You're able to put whatever days that you're unavailable. So in my Calendly, I make it so that people are unable to book on Thursdays and Fridays. I really recommend that you don't just leave your calendar fully open for people to book whenever they want, just because your mind will be so scattered, you'll be so much less productive, and you just feel like your time is being run and dictated by others. I like to feel like I'm in control of my time and I'm in control of what I need to do. So when I know that Thursdays and Fridays are days that are for me and me alone, and for me to be the CEO and get the work done that I need to do, then it just makes me feel so much more in control. So I definitely recommend that. So my next tip is really good for those of you who are working from home and you work by yourself, and sometimes it can be a little bit lonely. Having co-working sessions is really helpful. If there are other people in your business that you want to hop on Zoom with and just knock out some work together while you're on Zoom together and just chit-chatting or whatever. If you're a part of I just broke my tea bag. If you're part of a Facebook group, or if you're part of an online community of other business owners or other women in business or whatever, coordinate a co-working date where you guys can just sit together on Zoom, work together, talk about issues that you're having within your business, and just build community. If you have your own Facebook group, that's a really great way to cultivate community there as well. Having co-working just really helps mentally when you're feeling bogged down and you just feel drained and you feel like nobody understands the issues that you're going through in your business. People do understand. People are going through the same things as you every single day. But just surrounding yourself with other people that know how you feel and are able to support you and talk to you throughout your day. It's a lot different than working in corporate or working in person when there are people around you and you know that everybody is struggling and you guys are just all going through it at the same time. When you're working from home by yourself, it can get a little bit rough sometimes because you don't feel like you have support and you don't have people to lean on. So having a co-working session every once in a while does really help, and it does wonders. My next tip is so important. A lot of times people in our lives don't understand that just because we're working from home doesn't mean we're 100% available all the time. Just because we're working from home doesn't mean we're not doing anything. Matter of fact, we are doing things. We're doing a lot of things, and it can be very distracting when we're actually at home because there are pets there. If you have kids, if you have just a lot of responsibilities and tasks to do around the house, it can be very distracting. It's hard to not get up and do my laundry and do the dishes and start sweeping and then start cleaning my bathroom while I'm supposed to be doing my work for the day. But I'm at home, so all these things are around me. I really care about creating a productive work environment that is clean, that is just clutter-free, where I can feel productive and get stuff done. And so sometimes people think that just because you work from home means that you're available all the time. And so people will call me or people will text me throughout the day, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Just because I work from home, though, doesn't mean that I'm free 100% of the time. I do still have boundaries. And if there are people in your life, say you have a roommate, or maybe it's friends of yours, or maybe it's your significant other, make sure that you're effectively communicating with them, what your working hours are and what you're actually doing throughout your workday, so that they understand, okay, maybe you're not just sitting on the couch at home all day long. Maybe you actually are taking care of responsibilities. People need to understand that, and you need to communicate that with them so that they're not expecting you to do all the housework all the time. Maybe you're a spouse and you feel like you're always the one cooking and cleaning and doing all these things, but just because you work from home doesn't mean you have the time to do that. So just communicate effectively that, yeah, I work from home, but I'm actually taking care of things. I'm really busy and I have a lot of things that I need to do. So I'm not available to, do all these household responsibilities all the time because I am actually working. So communicate to your family, your friends, your significant other, your roommate, the people around you, what you actually do and that you actually are working. And that doesn't mean that you're available all the time. That doesn't mean that you're free or you're able to do XYZ. And my last tip for you is to wind down after a long work day, whatever that looks like for you. For me personally, sometimes it's going on a run. I like to exercise in the morning, but sometimes I don't like to run in the morning because it's still dark out. So going on a run in the evening sometimes is really nice, and it just helps me release endorphins, and it's just really, really nice to do after a long work day of sitting down all day long. I love to walk my dog in the evenings, play fetch with her. Maybe it's taking a bubble bath, or maybe it's taking off your work clothes and changing into your pajamas and taking off your full face of makeup. Whatever winding down looks like for you. Going out to dinner, hanging out with friends. Just a clear distinction from, okay, my work day is over and now it's my personal time. It's me time. It's time to relax. It's time to do whatever I want. Just have boundaries. Have a clear distinction between work and personal life, and just wind down when it's time to be done with work. So I'm sorry I rambled on for so long, but those are my 10 tips for productivity and for working from home. Let me know in the comments which tip was your favorite and which one you're going to be implementing this week into your workday routine. Also, let me know in the comments any questions that you may have or whatever videos you want to see from me in the future, and I will definitely try to get those up for you. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Charissa Bacon, and also my social media agency at Vine and Branch Media. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.